an incredible sequence where he jumps the fence and he starts fighting. It's spectacular. Was that when you and your dad were writing, that's how you visualize it, this big epic sequence?
Yes, that's how exactly how I visualized it. The way we always write is that how are the audience going to watch it first time? What is the kind of emotion they're going to get when they watch it the first time? And also we think in terms about how are they going to feel when they watch it the second time. We always think in those
Your presumptions that people are going to watch it.
Absolutely. Absolutely, no. But I really feel the film that I'm going to will be watched again and again. Just because if they don't, I'm not going to get my money back. So unless they watch it multiple times, we're not going to get it back. So we have to ensure that they're coming to the coming and watching it second time. What happens is in the Ram's introduction, first time when you see, you just see the impossibility of it happening. One guy against 10,000 people, and it feels great, it looks great. And first time when you're watching, there is something behind this guy that is driving him. You exactly don't know what it is, but you understand with his expression that when he's beating the people, there is no anger in him when he's beating that people. Right? Even when he's catching that guy and bringing him and throwing on the feet of the officer, there's no anger in him, which feels odd, right? You're beating some people and there's no anger. So there's something about it that intrigues the audience. But when they watch it the second time is when the actual emotion hits him. My God, he's carrying so much of pain. He's actually feeling bad that he needs to beat them. Right? It is a completely whole new experience when they watch
I think
it
that the first time we watched it, because I was noticing the emotions. Is it because we're caught up with the action and we're not paying attention to the emoting? Because I want to say, like the scene where Beam is being beaten, and I was swept away from the get-go. His anger, his frustration, his need to rebel, and it's a powerful scene. Can you tell us about designing and directing that scene?
That for me is a beautiful scene in many ways. One of the most beautiful thing about it is the change of characterizations as we see them. Up until that point, Ram is the strong guy who is like very clear in his path of what needs to be done. And when the moment came that he has to capture his own friend, mentally he became soft. It was too much for him to take. And even though he's whiplashing his friend, you can see he's crying, he's becoming softer. He's a completely different person from what we saw until then, where he was like beating tens of thousands of people without winking an eye. But here you can see that he's visibly getting crushed in his heart. He has become softer. Whereas the innocent guy whom we saw in the beginning, even though he's physically strong, you can see Beam is a very, very innocent guy. But by the time when he comes to that in the spot, in the shackles and everything, you can see a visible transformation of him. He has become very, very strong at heart. So that transformation for me is the essence of that sequence. Second thing is the people of Telangana, the land from which Beam came. They have been under oppression for decades, and people revolted against the oppressors many times. And the strongest weapon in all those revolutions in Telangana was the song. Not the weapons, not the guns, not the swords and everything. It was the song. They used song for everything, for for celebration, for marriage, for childbirth, for death, to inspire people, to convey their sadness, convey their happiness. For everything they use song. So I love those folklore songs of Telangana. I had a chance to do that there, and I used that.